Let me see your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it. Let them know that everything big. Nail done, hair done, everything big.
Hey my Yannanators, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Yanna John. This is my off attire. I be running cold sometimes. I think my cycle is also starting. Whoop-de-doo. I'm about to make me breakfast because I'm hungry. I just realized I put all my pans in the dishwasher. That's what you can hear in the back. So I'm gonna just what I've been seeing on the interwebs lately. Too. But I wanted to come on and I wanted to talk about the stuff I've been seeing online. So, if you haven't already, make sure you go check out my first video of 2026. I know it's gonna take me a minute to get some more traction back on my channel because I was MIA for the longest time. But I'm coming back, like I mentioned. But don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you like the content. Catch up on old videos. But anyway, let's get into this one. So I wanted to come on here. Sorry, my flash was on in the back and I was killing my eyeballs. I don't have any credentials. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm singled and a Pringle. I've had 2 failed engagements, but I have a couple questions to ask y'all. What do y'all feel is y'all cap on waiting? Like, I know everybody's probably tired of this topic, but like, how long is being in a relationship too long before you decide, like, what are we doing? I feel like after, to be realistic for some, I don't really get all caught up in time frames because if I meet somebody tomorrow and it's what I want to do, I'm gonna do it. That's just how I've always been, me personally. And over the years, people will evolve and change. No one's going to stay the same. And if they stay the same, then that should tell you something. We're always evolving. Who you are today will not be who you are in a year, 6 months, next week. It's something. There will always be elevation. I mean, not Ari Lennox. We've seen Ari Fletcher with Moneybagg Yo. I think this will be the 7th year they've been together, on and off, because I think they got together in 2019. We've seen the, what's that man? Christy and Jim Jones. Yeah, I think his name's Jim Jones. They ain't been together for decades. And it's just, she stuck around and she was okay with it. So it's like, what do y'all think that's about? And obviously we know the Queen Naja, which I don't know what that's about either, because what kind of bothers me with like the Queen Najas of the world is you were very anal about getting married at one point. Then it's like you're saying you're mad at your fans or your audience because they keep bringing it up. But it's like you made it very clear that that's something you wanted to have again. Well, at least that's what you led us to believe. So it's like, it can't be like, oh, all of a sudden you guys need to let it go when you did once want to be married. That's why I'm like, sometimes it's like, are y'all trying to convince yourselves or y'all trying to convince us? Yes, she was married before when she was with Chris, failed, and he didn't do right by her. I get it, so that could be traumatizing. But you and Clarence already have a son together, and you have a home together. So it's like, for people to keep saying like, oh, marriage is just not something you just get up and do. Either it's procreating, technically, if you want to go biblically. Either it's getting property together. These are legal binding contracts if we want to get all technical. Like, not necessarily, well, I guess a kid too because of the birth certificate, but God forbid something happens to this person, now what? You don't even get to make a decision for their health. Their family got to come in and make a decision. I think that's why I still personally still believe in marriage. I've had a child out of wedlock already. I don't want a long-term partner just to have a long-term partner. Now, let me backtrack that. I will have a long-term partner if it's genuine, if it's valid. But over time, it's like, what are we waiting on? Like, I feel like the longest relationship I've been in was 5 years. That's the longest relationship I've ever been in. So I can't speak past that point, and clearly the people ain't here to this day. So I guess it's about whatever you feel like your relationship is worth. But I would just hate to be a placeholder. Like for the Christy and Jim Jones thing, it's like she didn't even get to have any kids of her own. Now granted, she stayed and she's had a name in the industry for, you know, being with certain type of guys. But I'm just saying, like, I would just hate to be a placeholder for a man and he doesn't end up choosing me, but I've invested so much time. That would be the part that would bother me very much. That's why I think they say it's important for you to be equally yoked. That's one. Two, I would hate to have done all the footwork for a man to get him to be everything great, and I'm extensible. Like, I'm not the one that gets to reap the benefits. That's a hurt piece too. But I think that's why, like, now, going into 2026, I think I got tested one more time just to see if I was about where I said I was about, and if I was prepared for where God was taking me in this next chapter, and I passed. I did not too much out of age, whereas love bombing shouldn't be a thing. Or if you know you've gone through something super traumatic, maybe you shouldn't be trying to get to know a person or deal with a person. But when person's been so eager for your attention for years, after you really didn't show interest, you didn't give no play, you didn't engage in nothing like that with them for the longest time. But like when you finally give them a chance, they blow it. I think that is the craziest thing. It's given like they only want a certain category of women now. It's like they want the woman that's just gonna listen and not talk back, or they want the one that's gonna just provide for them. And I don't know if I'm to that point yet. I want me and my person to communicate. I want me and my person to have fun. I'm a very fun-filled person. Like, I'm bubbly. I'm a jokester. But I feel like I know how to be submissive too. I just haven't found the proper entity that has a plan. Like, still have things I have to achieve and I have to accomplish. But like, as y'all know, I have a 9-year-old. So like, if I talk to a guy that has a child or children, and clearly you're not with the other parent, what's your dynamic with said parent? How does that look for these children? What does that look like realistically? Are you there for those kids? Have you abandoned those kids? Or have you just been like, oh, because of what me and her went through, the kids are just gonna be dealing with the repercussions of that, and you're cool with that? Like, what does your plan look like in the grand scheme of things? And that's when a lot of guys just be over the conversation and just don't want to talk about it. But it's like, that's not how this works. Why would you want to be with a woman that doesn't have concerns or inklings about how's your kids? Like, how's the safety of your children? When they're not with you, how does that work? Or when how much are they with you? How often do you see them? I feel like if any woman, to me, this is just my personal, if any woman's cool with you choosing her over your children, you have bigger fish to fry, in my opinion. I ain't never been that way. I think that is corny. Completely turn me off. Well, I gotta make me pay. Woman, there's no way I could neglect my son just for the sake of saying like, oh, I'm in a relationship, oh, I have a man. Like, I think that's weird, and I think that's just really bad. But Renee scandal, this Renee, Akira, Tim, and Devin scandal, like, you're being sued for alienation of affection. You got sued for alienation of affection, and were found guilty, and you have to pay $1.75 million for this man, and the only trophy you feel in this whole deal is him. And that's sad. And he's had relations with your sister. There's been court documented. Your twin sister at that. Like, your ex-husband was either play cousin or real cousin, doesn't really matter. Cousin, because I think they have the same grandparent. So his actual cousin you knew, like, Tim hooked up Devin to get with Renee so he can get his rocks off. And then you were with Tim when you were 14, 15. Like, who remembers who they were with? Their first kiss or their first... Well, Akira knows her state laws. She could sue for that. She could sue for that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Oh, I didn't say my grace. Amen. I don't know. Let me show you my breakfast. This is just it. Bacon that I overcooked, eggs. And I ain't waiting. No. 5, 6, 7. I'm not doing that. Like, Get designer stuff. Go on trips. Buy properties. Be business owners. Pretty much build a whole empire together. We can be married. Or, and I mean, not even for the sake of, because society. If we choose to have more children, what are we doing here? If you adopt my previous child or children, and I adopt your previous, like, what are we talking about? There should be, to me, in my mind, how I correlate it is, I would like to go to the next chapter with my person if that's what we're really doing. I don't want to be a placeholder. And I think that's why now I'm chilling. Like, I'm not off of men. Like, I love me some men down. But I'm tired of looking at the potential in folks. Or what I perceive them to be. I get upset when they don't hit that requirement. When I encounter certain men, I'm just in a bad space, to whereas I'm manifesting whatever they're giving, and that's what I take as like law. Like, so I'm not portraying a lifestyle that I don't have. What if marriage doesn't happen for me? What if a long-term relationship doesn't happen for me? How would I feel? And I think last night when I was sitting there, well, laying there in my bed, talking to God about it, he was just telling me, you'll be fine. I have my son. Even if this is the only child I ever have, I have my son. And to the topic, don't feel less than if it doesn't happen for you. Now, I'm not saying stay a placeholder. I'm not saying waste your time. I'm not saying stick around and hope and pray that this person does end up doing it. No. If there is things you are stern on, don't deviate from that. Like, for me personally, I've seen my mother go through it. I've seen friends go through it. I've seen associates go through it. I personally couldn't be with a person that is incarcerated. That is very hard to me to deal with. That's actively incarcerated. Like, you know, they have prison wives and stuff. I personally couldn't do that. Just get better with my choosing and my time. And just this year, I just want to focus on all the energy and all the things I've tried to put into my romantic relationships, just pouring it back into myself. Romantic relationships, platonic relationships. I'm just taking this year to like restart completely and just make it about me and my son, you know. But he'll always be good because I make sure he's good, but definitely getting back to me, definitely doing the things I like to do, like content creating. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and just enjoying life a little bit more. I want to, but I know I yearn for it because I've seen the other side. I've seen the not being happy. I've seen the abusive relationship. I've seen the relationship that's so long that everyone would think they would be married, but they're not. I've seen the player type, man, womanizer. I've seen the financial aspect, but there's no love there. Like, I've seen it. And I won't say we necessarily need to go back to how our grandparents were, like the women, but it's okay to need one another. I do strongly feel like that is an okay thing to still need one another. I think everyone has gotten so solo dolo, which I get, because a lot of heartache, a lot of games people don't want to play, so I totally understand it. I think what I also am going to do this year is I'm going to have more of an open mind. I have only strictly dated and been with black men. It's just kind of just been what's come naturally, but maybe this year it might be okay. We'll see. We'll do a test run. I'll be more open to dating any race. And I never thought I would say that, because I was just like, oh no, it's not like my beautiful black man, honey. Oh no, my black man do it for my soul, honey. It feel good. Feel like cocoa butter with soul food. Like, you know what I'm saying? It feels good to my soul. But the love feels good to my soul, no matter what. The organic, real love. And as long as I'm not like a fetish for being a black woman and plus size, he ain't doing that. And as long as I'm not like an experiment, like, you can't be or have an in-closet racist fan bam, but I don't need you to also mimic me in any capacity. Be who you are naturally and organically. Don't try to seem like, oh, I know this music, and you will lose me before you get me. But that's just what that was supposed to be in the thought. I wasn't even supposed to tell y'all that. That's how y'all know I love y'all damn boots. But yeah, I just be wondering, like, I'm not saying you gotta like microwave your love, you gotta be fast, you gotta be on anyone's timeline, do what you do. But I'm just saying, make sure you and your partner, if nothing else, you and your partner want the same thing. It don't make sense if one of y'all is saying, oh, I want to be married in 3 years, and y'all going on year number 8. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, like, things could change, yeah, but what else changed? Or y'all choosing not to be together? And then it's like, I think we just gotta slow down with having a baby too. And I'm guilty, okay? But it can't keep being, well, I'm gonna get married, but I'm gonna put this woman at risk, and I'm gonna be the woman, put myself at risk. Everybody thinks childbirth can only lead to death once you go to have a baby. No, babe. You can die 8 weeks. You could die 16 weeks. You could die 22 weeks. You could die 34 weeks. It's not just about labor. Anything. Your body can start attacking that baby thinking it's a cancer. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not just about, oh, after the fact. No. Pregnancy is life or death. It can go good. It can go extremely bad real fast. So when people be like, oh, y'all make it seem like people can't do, you could do it out of order. If that's what you truly want to do, fine. But if you know in your heart of hearts this is somebody you want to procreate with, and you know, maybe making her a wife first. Maybe solidify, unless you don't care about faith, which a lot of people don't, so you don't have to worry about that. But if y'all see me with somebody all the time, that's crazy. Because my thing is, if that person then chooses to move on because you're playing with them, then what? You're going to be butthurt. And even me, I'm sure I've encountered some guys that were great guys, but it just didn't fit. And that's another thing. Be okay with saying, no, this is not for me. I don't see anything with you. And if you don't see anything with the person, let them know. Like, don't waste their time, because you're holding them up. When somebody could be trying to get to their blessing, you blocking their blessing. You holding up their husband or their wife. Move. And oh, I also want to touch on another thing. Y'all need to chill with this whole single moms is damaged goods or whatever you want to call it. No, you're not. Now, mind you, I only got one. only have one. But y'all need to chill with that. But anyway, I love y'all. I really do. I really do. I'm going to literally really come back. No. This time, I am this time.
Mexico. Yeah. You still got niggas hard pressed to you though. I know you shorty.